Alright, thanks for coming to see this short video. It's going to help you determine whether this plaza that you're looking at or other plazas that you're looking at would be a good place for your business. Hopefully you've seen my site checklist video, which helps you identify plazas that are good, not necessarily locations, but are well kept and probably have a really good chance of being successful. Now let's see if these plazas are good candidates for your business. First thing we look at is the demographics. Where are your customers coming from? They may be coming from a suburban area like Tampa, Palms. They may be coming from other wonderful communities such as Landsbrook in Palm Harbor, or South Tampa, or Clearwater, maybe even out in a rural area like Zephyr Hills or Dade City. That'd be a different type of customer and probably have a different tenant mix out in those areas, but they're growing, and there are going to be more plazas in these areas as well. Your customers could be from downtown, as I said. They could be working in those office buildings, and maybe they stop at your plaza on their way home, or they go there at lunchtime. They may frequent a restaurant in your plaza. So those plazas that are downtown, which would be, I would say, Dale Mabry and Kennedy, the West Shore, those are wonderful plazas. Even the small strip centers do very well. Just realize that you're going to pay a premium for being downtown in terms of your lease rate. Let's talk for a minute about what's happening with retail plazas. We'd like to see retail plazas be thinking about moving towards being a little bit Amazon-proof, if I can use that term. So they need to be thinking about what the tenant mix is in their plaza. The tenants that make the most sense today are the tenants that are either restaurants or appliance stores, furniture stores, healthcare related, clothing stores, dollar discount stores, of course grocery stores and laundromats, and even service businesses. So these are the guys that are going to survive the online shopping. Here's a site map for a large shopping center. Has a couple anchor tenants and a number of smaller tenants in the middle there that are clustered, and we call clusters as a group of tenants that provide synergy to each other. For instance, you might have a cluster that includes women's clothing, maybe women's shoes. Another store would be jewelry. Another one, beauty supplies, sportswear, maybe even a nail salon. These are all interrelated in terms of the customer that they would be serving. So those clusters add a great deal of value to those centers because we have those folks coming back over and over again, and they may also frequent the restaurant that's in the center, or if they have other needs, they may go to other businesses that are in the center. Now, even though you don't have an anchor like that last center did, you may still be successful in a small strip center. Here's a strip center that is relatively Amazon proof. You can see, starting at the bottom, we've got a restaurant, and then we've got a repair store, and then we have an automobile agency, tax service, beauty, nails, kind of all the things that I identified that would make a center relatively online shopping proof. This is the goal you should have. You don't necessarily have to have an anchor. You're going to pay dearly if there's a Publix grocery store in the plaza. It's going to cause the rent rates to go up. You're going to get a lot of activity in that plaza, but you have to make the decision as to whether you're going to pay for that premium lease rate just because you have an anchor in there. So think about where your folks are coming from. Again, these are workers. They could be downtown, they could be anywhere. Maybe you've got a school nearby, and the kids after school, they may stop by, their parents may stop by on their way home. You might even be near an Air Force base like we are here in Tampa, where we've got MacDill. So we've got kind of a captive group of customers down in South Tampa that live in South Tampa and also shop in South Tampa. And if you've been there recently on South Del Mabry, you've seen there's been a tremendous increase in the number of national brand retail stores that have gone into South Tampa. Your customers may be from the tourist industry, and we have wonderful beaches here, as you know. If you are hoping to capture a business from the tourists, just be aware that it's seasonal, and they typically are gone mid to late April, and you're going to have a slight drop-off if that were to happen. You were after the tourist trade. However, if you could be near a large hotel, that could be very good for you. So think about the competitive environment as well. Are there a lot of businesses near the plaza that you're looking at that are similar to yours? Is there enough demand to support those businesses as well as your business? So what I look for, and what you should be looking for, are locations with moderate to high demand for your particular product or service, and a low supply. Also think about, is there any nighttime trade? There's a lot of nighttime activity in South Tampa, as everybody knows, and it might be a lot of walk-by folks as well, especially if you're in a tourist area. And be thinking about being close to the university. That's a pretty good place to be, although the activity falls off quite a bit at night. So call me if I can help you find that perfect location, or if you're looking for a plaza to purchase. I've got special software which helps me, in addition to all the demographic reports that I can print out for you, that will help identify what is a good location for your particular business type. So go to my website, Helping Tenants for Free, with the hyphen in between each word. Check out my other videos. I've got a new one coming up on financial analysis, which should be very good for those people that are thinking about buying a plaza, or if you just want to look under the covers and see what the landlord faces in terms of the expenses to run a shopping center. So until next time, this is Bruce at 813-843-7193, or you can drop me an email at mybrokerbruce@gmail.com. Thank you.